What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Volkswagen Brandon here in Florida with the 2024 Tiguan SEL R-Line in beautiful King's Red Metallic. This spec behind me looks so good. I'm gonna break it all down in the sticker, options, features, what's new for 2024, and see if this is the Tiguan for you guys when it comes to the SEL R-Line spec. So with that said, let's get right to it. We're talking about big stuff here, and in King's Red Metallic paint, I mean, obviously we're getting the best when it comes to the overall road presence. So as you guys can see, the front fascia, I mean, looks really good. All the chrome accents with the R grille, or the R-Line grille, and as you guys can see, the badging is there. Lets you know that we got something a little bit more special. Now you can see the big Volkswagen logo front and center with that R-Line grille meshed in, and you can see the light bar that is very seamlessly put in between that grille. It looks like it's a grill piece, but it's actually part of the light bar as well, and we're going to see that illuminated because that is very clever. Now also at the bottom you will see chrome and gloss black with the King's Red Metallic. When you add all of that together, again, I feel like this is the R of the Golf R when it comes to the styling, because it feels like the Golf R when it comes to this front fascia. So sporty and aggressive coming all the way around. I love the way that they did this with the materials. That looks clean. Take a step back and look at it all together, and you'll see what I mean about how it is super clean, super sporty, and it's actually luxurious at the same time. They really did a good job with that, and we haven't even talked about the LED headlamps, which we will see illuminated shortly as well. You will see that with the running lights there as well. The turn signal there, switchback LED headlamps, and then the running lights. I mean, this is gonna look really cool all illuminated, but it looks good just sitting here. And again, that King's Red Metallic, you guys can see that paint. The Florida sun out here in Brandon is showing it off, guys. What do you think about the front fascia so far? Now take a look at this side profile, because it's matching the same energy as the front. And let's talk about the wheels right off the bat. 20-inch wheels done with the Volkswagen insignia right there in the center. All right, we have the wheels done with gloss black and aluminum and Scorpion Zero all-season tires. This is a good setup with the R badging there on the side with the front fender connecting to the door, the aluminum going across the bottom of the door line, and then the aluminum on the window moldings to go with the aluminum roof rails, and then the glass roof. This is all set up so nicely, and the symmetry matches the front. Now we're just swinging it to the rear, because the rear looks just as good with the dual exhaust tips on both sides, so quad exhaust together. And then you see the big Tiguan logo or script with the Volkswagen logo, SEL, and 4Motion there, because obviously all-wheel drive. The beautiful tail lamps that look very futuristic, and then the chrome piece going across. We have to talk about the wheelbase and dimensions of the new Tiguan for 2024. When we look at it and break it all down, you're looking at a total wheelbase of 109.9 inches. Now your length is 186.1 inches, with your width at 72.4 inches and your height at 66.5 inches, with a total curb weight of 4,005 pounds. And when it comes to what's under the hood, well, you have an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now with that, you also have a turbocharged, intercooled 16-valve Miller Cycle inline 4 with the iron block and aluminum head. And it also has direct fuel injection. Now with that, you're looking at a total horsepower of 184 horses with 221 pound-feet of torque. It's going to take you from 0 to 60 in 9.1 seconds with a top speed of 125 miles per hour. And with your passenger volume being 100 square feet, well, your cargo volume is going to be 38 square feet. So you guys can see you have plenty of space when it comes to the rear seating. Now keep in mind, you can also fold down those rear seats, as we have a 40-20-40 split. And then obviously we have all of our accessories right here lined up. And if I wanted to, again, fold down those seats, I will pull these levers here and let them go down. Now, if I were to move the accessories out of the way, we do have a false floor here. If I lift this up, you can see it hiding underneath the mat here. And then if I lift that, well, look at that. You got your sunshade here and your privacy shades to connect, and that will connect right here on each side, so it will help cover your belongings. You also see a spare tire underneath here and tools as well. So it's all integrated seamlessly underneath the false floor, give you total amount of space and total amount of practicality when it comes to the rear cargo. 24, 22, 29 when it comes to our fuel economy. So you guys can see 24 city and highway, 22 city, and 29 on the highway. Now let's check out the lighting of the Tiguan, where you guys can see the LEDs shining and the turn signals flashing there, right underneath the LED headlamps and the running lamps. You will also see the turn indicator there in the mirror cap, done in amber. And then in the rear, the tail's illuminated, shining through as well, giving it a nice bright feel against the red. Then you put it all together, and that's what she looks like fully lit. Now before we hop in, let's check out the key fob, where it's a pretty simple setup, right? We have our Volkswagen logo here, and then we have the other side with the panic button here, and then the surface side with the lock, the trunk release, remote start, and unlock with our physical key tucked away under here as well. Pretty simple design, quick and to the point. Now when we hop inside, we're going to see a lot of R-line design features, as well as being a leather, the Napa leather when it comes to some of the trim pieces, you know, like the steering wheel and the shift boot there. You also see heated and ventilated seats with the perforated leather, the white piping there as well, done in a beautiful Titan black. Now you also see seat memory adjustments there on the side, the aluminum R-line plating for the side sill there, the 3 pedal setup with the depth pedal, brake pedal, and gas pedal done in aluminum with the rubber, the rubber floor mat with the Tiguan logo, everything there. It's just a beautiful place to be. Hop inside. You will see on the door paneling, we have a beautiful setup with the wood insert, aluminum trim, the stitching as well going throughout the door card and the armrest there too. And then once we close this up, if we were to turn up the radio, we have a Harman Kardon sound system in here as well to go with it. 10.25 inch configurable odometer there, digital, 8-inch screen, touchscreen there. I mean, all kinds of cool things when it comes to this interior. So take a look at those seats, because that design is really cool. Looks very futuristic, and they're very big and comfortable when it comes to the seating. And we do have, if you guys can see there, the roof letting in a lot of natural light when it comes to this Florida sun. Now you have the soft touches on top. When it comes to the dash, you have the wood stitching, or not stitching, trim going across here, across this big glove box. This is huge. All right, so you guys can see that there. And then once you come over to this side, same materials going throughout. You have the steering wheel wrapped in leather with perforation on the sides. You have what is your driver assistance controls on the left-hand side. And then you have your hands-free controls with your configurable speedo controls right here on the side as well. We'll go through those in just a second. With the aluminum going through the center and the R-line badging with the gloss black, looks really good. Now on this side, you will see that you do have the lighting controls, all right, for your lights. This right here, extra storage. I always recommend putting your registration, insurance, just in case you get pulled over, anything happens there. It's a good place to just have it readily available. We'll get to that screen in just a minute. We do have our climate control screens here, and they look really futuristic. And one thing I want to note to you guys is, if you need to turn up and down your fan speed, it might go over your head, because this looks kind of like a design, but that's how you actually turn up and down your fan speed. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory when it comes to the heated and ventilated seats and everything there. But I thought I'd let you know about the fan speed. Now I'm currently using the wireless phone charger, so my phone is sitting there. But underneath that, you guys can see that we do have 2 USB-C plugins and a 12-volt lighter there as well. Now we have our engine start-stop button right here. We have our electric parking brake here, start-stop here. We also have our park assist here with our parking sensors here. A lot of P's in this area. We're pushing P's down here, guys. If you know, you know. Now we also have right here our gear selector, and that's pretty to the point, right? drive, neutral, reverse. If I put it in reverse, our camera is going to come up there. All right, and then park. Just as easy as that. We have our drive mode selector here as well. So this is snow. All right, obviously the best traction for you guys. This is your regular driving mode where you can choose between eco, normal, sport, and custom. This is your off-road mode, auto, and this is your off-road custom. Now, this will actually show in the screen here, so I will show it to you guys so you guys can see it for yourselves. So that's the off-road custom. This is off-road auto. This is your regular drive selection mode where we can choose between normal, sport, and custom, and the eco. And then you can go to snow mode. So those are the drive modes there for your drive mode selector. And then you have your cup holders here. Armrest here, done in that same stitching. Pull that back. Got a decent amount of space. It's pretty deep back there. Now, put that down and we're looking at the digital speedo here. So again, it's very customizable when it comes to some things, and the glare is not going to help as much as we want it to, but let me see if I can get a good positioning. Maybe I was there for a second, like right here. But if I'm using these buttons on the side, you can see where I can change some things here. I go up and down, change the menus, I mean, all kinds of stuff. So just to show you guys that there's a lot you can do with all this. Change the radio station, change it to speedo view, my driver assistance view, compass, all that stuff. So it's very configurable when it comes to the speedo here. Again, the digital dashes are just so much better when it comes to things like that because you can configure them and make them your own, basically. Now, when it comes to this screen here, very functional. Now, we have the plastic over it. I don't want to take it off because, you know, obviously it's one of those things that the owner should be able to take it off, you know, when they're buying a car. But this shows your configuration here. We don't want to, don't show me that. We don't want to mess up with any of that, so we'll have them do it when they buy it. But you can see your stations and radio stuff here. You got nav here. All right, as you guys can see, you can change that. Your apps here, so you do your apps, your car, everything with your car, how that focuses, you know, on driving dynamics and everything that you might need to change there. So that's really nice. You also have menu here. Obviously, you'll get everything when it comes to the radio, media, app connect, vehicle assist, all that good stuff. And the screen, as you guys can see in real time, it's functioning very well. It's working very intuitively. I don't need to press things twice or anything like that. It works how I need it to work. So as you guys can see, it's pretty good. All right, not too much lag there. It's doing all right. For the most part, that is going to be your central hub for everything, because there's a lot of physical buttons here, but they're not necessarily for a lot of those controls when it comes to media and everything. Really your physical buttons, and I wouldn't even say complete physical because these are haptic, but your AC controls and your parking and drive mode controls here. But everything else is going to be going through that touchscreen. Now we can't forget to look up. Dome light, puddle lights. We can do our sunroof from here. Everything is controlled through this setup here. As you guys can see, SOS and settings and everything as far as that goes. And then we got the visor, and we got the mirror, and we got the light. We got the full setup here. Now let's take a look at the rear seating, because obviously you get into an SUV for seating room, right? You got plenty of it here, and you got some big chunky seats. They're super comfortable. Look at this, guys. All right, so we have the same perforated leather, all right, with the white stitching and piping all throughout when it comes to the seating arrangement here. Now you can see that we have our floor mats in. It will help protect us when we do step in, and before we even step in, if we needed to access the rear cargo, it's as easy as pulling this and then falling down just like that. It's really simple. You don't have to press a button and wait for a motorized seat to come. It's as easy as that. I really like that more than the motorized buttons, if you couldn't tell. Now, hopping inside, you'll see that I have plenty of space when it comes to leg room. Tons of space. Again, this seat is very chunky and wide, and it contours to your body when it comes to just overall placement and having enough room. I can just kind of let my legs just fall to the side freely, and still I'm on the seat on both ends. Now, when the door paneling comes into play, it's pretty simple. All right, soft touch plastics. We do also have our soft touch text there with the stitching going throughout as well, and we have the aluminum door handle there as well with the radio controls, and we do have a couple speakers because we do have a Harman Kardon sound system in here. Close that up, and you will see a lot of natural light is let in because of that big panel roof. So big glass roof there, wonderful. For the stowage here, if I can get the camera to show it off, there we go. For the stowage here, you will see that we do have the backings there. All right, no net, we actually have the fabric backing. And then keeping along with the whole seat setup here, you will notice that in the middle, we do have a pull down for the cup holders there as well. Put that up and look up front here to where you'll see our HVAC controls. And you'll also see that we do have a USB-C plug-in as well, with a 12-volt lighter there as well, and a little bit of storage space in case you need to put a couple of things, small things obviously there. Other than that, guys, it's basically what we're looking at when it comes to the rear. Big seats, nice materials, and a lot of space when it comes to this overall comfortability. So what's it going to take to get into the 2024 Tiguan SEL R line? Well, with only one real option and a $38,880 base price, after the $1,425 destination, you're looking at a total of $41,786. Now, how did we get there? We have a couple packages and options, but one real option, and that's the King's Red metallic exterior. That is going to cost you $395. Now, as you guys can see, no charge for the Titan black leather interior. And then the auto dimming rear view mirror with home link connection, that's $405. The monster mats with the heavy duty trunk liner, $296. The VW Care prepaid scheduled maintenance, $275. And the first aid roadside kit, $110. So really, one option actually keeps it at a decent price for everything that you get here. Speaking of everything that you get here, it is all here for the standard features for performance, exterior, interior, safety and driver assistance, and technology and convenience. Now make sure you guys pause it, zoom in, make sure you guys get a screenshot of everything there. I'm going to go back by so you can see everything that comes standard, and then your warranty information, scheduled carefree maintenance, your 24-hour roadside assistance, and your VW CarNet safe and secure 5-year plan, and that is free of charge. So then we'll go back over to everything standard that comes on the Tiguan here. And guys, that's a lot of stuff. So packed in with this very maxed out, standard maxed out SEL R line, you get the best bang for your buck really when it comes down to it. So practically loaded up when it comes to standard options and features, and just under $42,000. What are you guys thinking about this King's Red metallic Tiguan for the 2024 model year? Are you guys ready to upgrade? And if you guys are ready to get this into your driveway, make sure you check the links in the description. Volkswagen of Brandon is going to be down there for their website. Check them out, give them a call. That said, you guys take care, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.